Hello, wrestling fans, and welcome to another Dirt Sheet Radio presents the TNA Recap, aka Go Home to the Hardy Compound Edition of TNA Impact. Yeah, say you want to do the title.
we all just went to their home. That's how that one worked.
Yeah, we're all going home there.
Yeah.
That is the place to be.
It's the go home to going home.
Yep.
Isn't there like an English song about that or something like that? Didn't they start singing that at the World Cup about bringing something home or going home? Or I'm not nearly British enough to care nor know.
I'm not either, but anyway, I am Matt, aka That Corny Reviewer, and to join me, Andrew, aka the IWC War Chief. How you doing?
Okay, I guess.
I mean,
Still confused at what cricket is, though, because I know you've seen those videos last few days about the American cricket team actually beating like one of the top-ranked cricket teams, and like
out of nowhere.
I'm just like I don't know what cricket is, like, you know, that Ninja Turtles movie where you're just like, you need a cricket bat, you know, you need to know what a crumpet is before you can play cricket. The Raphael quote. It's like I know what a crumpet is. I don't fucking know cricket though. Like fucking wickets and 6 points for fucking hitting the ball with a flat bat over something. Like, come on, stop it.
Yes. But before we continue, happy birthday to John, aka the band that hosts Dirt Sheet Radio. It is his birthday today. Celebrating in the hospital. So we are doing this special on the air. Happy birthday if you are watching. I know you're doing something else on the air, but if you do eventually watch, happy birthday. I hope you feel better. And I don't know, give us a budget.
I thought you had a budget. You talked about this weeks ago.
We have one. It's like $2.
That's a budget.
I need $250. I need about $350.
I was about to say, you the Loch Ness Monster now?
I need about $350.
I need about $350. This is...
No goddamn Loch Ness Monster.
That ain't no goddamn Girl Scout selling cookies.
He's like, what do you want, Loch Ness Monster? Here's this. I need about $350.
Give him no money. Or I can give him about a couple of dollars.
Why do I give him money now? Oh man, we had a go home show, and it was a show.
Things happened.
Things did happen.
It was a lot of things, so I think people will have different opinions about this, which is good.
No, this is why we're here.
Mm-hmm.
But also, shout out to the people that are viewing right now, mostly on the Twix.
On the Twix.
On the Twix. 13 viewers on the Twix.
Nice.
The Twix. 4 on the Facebook. And then 1 on the YouTube. Yeah, it's YouTube.
It will figure it out. It'll get there. Don't worry about it. Hey, you can't just say it's YouTube. YouTube's like the biggest or second biggest platform in like the world. Right. You can't just be like, pshaw, it's just YouTube.
It's YouTube. Don't get mad at us for cursing for once. One curse.
That's only if you do it within a certain amount of time.
Yes. I want to go back. I want to go back to Kevin.
I mean, as long as you just pace it out 15, 20 minutes, think of it like a wrestling match. You have to just pace it, and before like the big stupid high spot or the big dumb moment.
Yeah, after like every 50 seconds.
Okay, that's why we don't follow that episode, that certain brand of wrestling, because that's bad, and they don't understand pacing.
Well, I need to know: Are you going to the cookout?
Of course.
Because, Trick Williams invited Cody to the cookout. I'm going to shout out to that.
I mean, I did appreciate his little line, and I appreciated that Cody didn't play like the super white role and knew what he was talking about. So, like...
He's always welcome to the cookout.
True.
The one man that's not is Brian Alvarez.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Gunner.
No, him too. No, Gunner is a fucking heart attack.
I'm just saying, I can think of a few people not invited to the cookout. Like, Gunner was number 1.
Yes, no, definitely not. And yeah, again, also part of Brian Alvarez, who's like, "What? So they're going to a barbecue?" I was like the whitest response.
Yeah, Yeah, I can't. I just
You
can't.
see, I said he's white as fuck. I would not expect it to. And then I got shut up saying he's Mexican. Like, well, that makes it worse. That makes it fucking worse.
I could tell you from experience, there are some pretty like white Mexicans. Like just because you are of Spanish descent doesn't mean that you actually understand anything beyond what you were raised in.
Like,
Like, and if you were
like,
raised primarily white, it's
like Brian Alvarez.
exactly.
Uh,
So that can be the whitest white man to ever white, and he could be from Cambodia. Who gives a shit? But like, it's
but the reason why we bring up the cookout in NXT because Cody hinted next week there's gonna be a battle royal with people from other locker rooms.
yes. I mean,
So for all we know, hopefully we get what we want. Joe Hendry in NXT.
he would have to win though, wouldn't he? Like, because what we want is we want Hendry to get the rocket strapped to him and him to beat Moose at Slammiversary and then
Yes.
do something cool in NXT with this
Well, Ace
crossover.
Steel can now go there and bite his opponents. So we'll get to him later. But
Hey, I mean, maybe Punk and him are still cool. You don't know how that really is.
I'm
Punk's
sure.
mad at Colt Cabana. He might not be mad at Ace.
No, he's cool. I'm sure he's cool with Ace.
There we go. And if Punk is okay with it,
He's got his own pickle.
yes. And we don't mean the ones from ECW.
Exactly. Yeah, so we are expecting at least one, maybe two TNA guys, and probably we might get someone from Noah because apparently Noah and W have an announcement on the 15th.
Well, that also dovetails nicely into the other thing you wanted to talk about because it's Noah adjacent because it's on Wrestle Universe and it's still Cyber Agent owned.
Yeah. Io Sky is returning to Japan, helping out Daddy Rossi against Utami.
Yeah,
An actual dream match.
Yeah, actually, because that they never touched in Stardom because Utami was just starting, I think, trainee stuff.
Yeah,
when Io left.
Yeah, I think her debut was before the 5-star Grand Prix, and that's when Io was gone by then.
Yeah. Plus, Utami was also hurt very early in her career, so that didn't help. So if there was a small window, if I'm not exactly remembering it correctly, it didn't come to fruition because I think Utami broke her wrist, or I vaguely remember it was like an arm injury.
Right, but now it's finally going to happen, and on top of that, we get Sarai against Julia because Julia will be cleared from her injury for that event.
Which it's a great way to set up the two that are probably going to be the main girls of Marigold.
Unless Julia actually goes to NXT.
No, that's what I mean. Like Julia will give Sarai the rub, and then Utami gets a rub from Io just by being in the same ring as her and having a decent match. So Utami will get the more visibility to be like Marigold's ace.
And I think Io will win. Well, Utami gets the rub, and then Sarai wins with Julia again the send off.
That's what I'm thinking too. Yeah, which it works out perfectly. Sarai and Utami could easily carry that fledgling company.
Yeah, and that'll be on Wrestle Universe on July 13th, I believe.
I think you're right.
Yeah, so we will check. We'll definitely check out those matches at the very least.
At the very least, yes.
Yes, unless some other good shit happens.
You never know. Depends on what else they announce too.
Yes. Who knows? And Nakajima is going to Gleets of all places.
I think that's the last place that'll accept him, though.
Yes, like no America.
Yeah, not America. New Japan doesn't need him.
Yep, and All Japan's like, you had the belt, that it was a mistake, so go away.
I mean, it's All Japan, though. So was it a mistake, or did they just not know how to capitalize on the heat?
No, they had the heat when they had a president from New Japan being his manager, have it Inoki's theme.
Which that was good heat, and they did nothing with it.
And they told All Japan to stop doing that.
But then they did nothing with it. because of that. So
It's
that
like,
sucks.
hey, cut it out. I was like, well, there goes your heat, Nakajima. I'm sorry.
Yep. Should have worked something out.
Inoki is still slapping Baba from heaven. It's like, no, don't do it.
My music slap.
My music. Don't even. You can have the towel, but my music.
Yes. The towel stays on. What are we talking about?
Oh, do we have to talk about the show?
I mean, parts of it we can skip around if you wanted to, because the beginning was a decent match. It didn't do much, really.
We had a basic match. It was Santana against Zachary Wentz.
It was solid. It did what we needed it to do. It set up the whole tri-state exchange or whatever the hell they want to call their little team against the Rascals as being kind of
It's a
working
Jersey
together.
and New Yorker.
Correct.
Against two potheads.
That makes sense.
Yep.
You could definitely see a Jersey and New Yorker like rallying together for something like that. It's two stoners that just piss you off? Come on. I think that happens every day in New York City.
Oh yeah, no.
Or Brooklyn. Or Staten Island.
They're all over the place.
So yeah. I think it's logical.
But no, it wasn't a bad match. It was standard for TV. It's to hype up tomorrow.
Yep.
And Trey trying to get involved.
Yeah, he got involved a few times.
Yeah, and I keep bringing it up to people. Like, was that Wentz is an underrated guy. He's a good talent.
I mean, Wentz is. I mean, we've both loved Wentz since what Wrestle One days.
Yes, it's Wrestle One Dragon Gate days. Yeah.
Yeah. So like, I'm not gonna ever say a bad thing about Wentz when it comes to his in-ring ability. Trey, different story.
Yeah. He'll sometimes have a good day.
More or less, yeah. There's a good reason why Wentz is usually the guy to make the group look good matches, going in. Yeah. If you notice that the go-home matches are usually between Wentz and somebody, not Trey and somebody.
Yeah, Trey will be those six-man scrambles for the X Division.
Or he'll be like the match after the pay-per-view when they're trying to keep the heat because they jumped him afterwards or something like that and continued the story.
Right.
So when it matters less, that's when Trey is the singles match. Wow, that yawn explains a lot right there.
It did, yeah. My goodness.
Was that just for the Mustafa Ali interview? Because
we'll get to that in a bit.
Because it's not as good as The Boys when it comes to presidential parodies.
I can't wait to watch The Boys season 4.
I've watched the first 3 episodes already. It's good. It's good.
Okay. I can't wait to watch it over the weekend. And season 5 is confirmed, and that's gonna be the last season.
Well, that makes
unless he changes his mind.
It makes sense with how everything's been framed so far. Because of what we know at the end of season 3 with Butcher.
Yeah, got like a year left.
Yeah, at the end of season 3. Yeah. So it wouldn't make a ton of sense to have the show continue a long way unless some bullshit thing happens with him.
I'm sure a bullshit thing will happen, and I think Butcher will probably last till the end of season 4 at the very least.
Which, I mean, that's still within reason. Yeah. You know what I mean? There's people that are given terminal diagnoses for like 3 months or 6 months and live 12 or 18 or a couple years.
He's going to be headline Aussie man too angry to die.
Shit, he might be. I think that's the headline right there.
Yes. Aussie cunt too angry.
Aussie cunt too angry to die. Yes. It's a story written by Homelander.
While he's flipping off in front of you in the front page.
Yes, that's actually going to be what his headstone is carved as. Is just a giant middle finger. It's
beloved father, cunts, and something else.
Correct. Yes.
But Santana won after Macklin stopped Miguel from interfering, and he hit the spin the block.
Yep.
Again, decent TV match. Hopefully the tag match goes well. Yeah, we'll get to the preview when we get to the preview.
Yeah, I can't see the tag match going poorly though. Macklin and Santana are both experienced tag
Thank you.
wrestlers, so
Exactly.
even if it's been a minute, you know what I mean? Like they still know
Right.
what the fuck they're doing.
Especially if one hates their partner or vice versa.
And Santana was always the more controlled between him and Ortiz. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like he was more of the legitimate like straight man of the team, and Ortiz was the crazy one that would do a crazy dive or make crazy faces or bite somebody or do something insane.
Yes, and now we have Juice Robinson for that.
Yeah, well, Juice, I think it depends on how many blows to the head he gets.
I don't gotta go to sleep. I'm not tired.
That's very Juice.
Yeah, no, that was the most Juice thing he said.
Sadly, yeah. I remember when he was gonna be something. Back in the good old days.
Yeah, he was always gonna be a U.S. champion that curses all the time.
He was over as fuck in Japan, though.
I know, and then when he had another excursion, it's just like, dude, this guy's boring.
Yeah, that's funny how that just turned. Where they're just like, oh, never mind, he sucks.
You guys could have him.
Send him off to the watered down version. All right.
Yeah, and now people in the States prefer him over Jay with the promos. Funny how that works.
I mean, did we not say that was gonna happen?
Yeah, if only they were both in Impact.
Or anywhere else.
Or anywhere else. You know, we could have had Jay White against Seth Rollins. That would have been dope.
I would take Jay White over Chad Gable over anything he's done in AEW.
I said we could have had like these matches. We could.
Oh no, but I don't disagree with you. I'm just saying I would rather him in a mid-card match in WWE than whatever clusterfuckery bullshit they've been doing in AEW.
We could have had him and Sammy. We could have had fucking Butch or Sheamus.
He could even be wrestling Ivar right now. Who gives a shit? Like,
look, Ivar was hot for a bit, and then he got hurt. He finally got hurt.
Okay, fair. That's a point.
Yeah, it's like, all right. Well, now your momentum's gone. You had something, then you got hurt. Whoops.
That's also kind of the story of War Machine, if you really think about it.
Yeah, that's why
every time they got a little bit of momentum, someone got hurt.
It's so hard to get invested in them.
Oh, I agree with you. Because it's anywhere from their New Japan runs against, Gorillas and
or ROH.
fucking or ROH, like somebody always got fucking hurt. And it's like, really? All right, well, we're done with that. Like,
yeah, pretty much. Let's just move on real quick. Mustafa Ali had a sit-down interview with Tommy, talking about how Ali wants to make the X Division great again. It's like, funny you said that. How'd you make it great when you were cheating in almost all your matches? It's like, what are you talking about? No, I wasn't cheating. I played fair and square.
Yeah.
I am undefeated. Actually, you lost in the tag match. When you're in tag matches, you lose. Like, well, but
Hannafin just turned into the actually guy. That's it. Actually, you've lost this and you've lost that. Well, no, but I didn't do that. But actually, you said that you wanted to put in, restraints to the X Division. He's like fucking the red stapler guy from Office Space. my stapler. I used to have a window seat, and now it's gotten smaller. And then
that's how some fans sound when you mention their current names. Like, oh, Gooper's great. I prefer Walter. Thank you.
he was better as Walter. Yes,
not his slave name.
His slave name. How dare he have a six-pack? I like when he had jelly rolls. It was more relatable. What?
He no longer chops like a wildebeest. Like, yes, he fucking does.
Trust me, he does. Look at people's chest.
they get a cardiac arrest once they go to the back.
I know.
If it was Penta, he'd be dead.
True.
Apparently, he slaps harder than him.
I saw that interview too.
He's like, well, like I don't want Chop Battle from Penta anymore.
It's funny. He said a lot of the luchadors too, because they do that more whip-like overhand instead of the side knife edge. So it's just taking it differently, and that could be also what it is.
So this is what he was like. So this is what pain feels like. He was Captain Hammer for a second. This is what pain feels like.
Oh, this hurts, mommy. I thought you just meant he had sex with the same girl more than once, and he was just like, it's gonna be cool. We get to do the weird stuff.
Yes.
And then you have
the weird stuff.
And then you have Imperium in the background going, "We do the weird stuff." It's like, stop it! I'm not talking about you. Get rid of the other guy. No one likes him. All right, fine.
Like, dude, your girlfriend's dead, but I'm in pain.
It hurts. Don't you understand?
But she's dead. I don't care.
Give me some frozen yogurt. All right, you're taking the references too far. I have to do laundry. Yeah. Shut up.
This is a good use of the writer's strike. Good, keep going.
I mean, let's be honest. It works better for Hammerstone if he was uninjured or what. Captain Hammer is just right there for
Captain
Hammerstone.
Yes.
Exactly. Could you just imagine him punctuating every promo with "The hammer is my penis," and just walks away, and it's just like, what the fuck?
And then Josh Alexander goes, "I kicked out of that penis."
And then his wife is the announcer now, and she just gives him a weird look, like, what?
It's like, how? Excuse me.
Is that why you've been injured? Well,
you said it was a match rehearsal. Well, we were rehearsing something.
I said I kicked out. I didn't say it didn't hurt. Oh, okay, you tore something. That's how it worked.
Or the anal glands.
Yeah.
Oh, man. But Ollie was dodging the questions like little President Pig shit. Mm-hmm. Cat Pig says like, "Oh, I'm sorry. This interview is over. We gotta go.
We're out of time, and if we don't keep the tape machines rolling," and then he just walks away. I was like, "What? Tony Schiavone? Is that you?"
Yes. And then the system was like, "Are we really going here?" And Eddie was like, "Guys, I've been here. It's hell. It's hell. It's the worst place ever." And Alicia's like, "Do we have to go? We really want to go." Then Masha comes in and says, "Hey, speaking in Russian, where are you going? Where are you going, comrade?"
Yes.
He's like, "I'm leaving you on your own. You can fight the job team."
But she lost to the job team.
I know. And what I gotta ask about Marti's theme. Is that fucking Linkin Park?
It sounds like it because I hated every second of it.
All I heard was fucking Chester.
I just heard a lot of whiny, and I felt like we were back in a Hot Topic all of a sudden, and I'm just like, I don't like any of this right now.
I'm just like, what happened? What is going on?
That's how I felt about Linkin Park's like music after Meteora.
Yeah.
Because I'm just like, what happened? What is going on? Like, it's all kind of sucks.
We're changing the tone.
It's like, no one likes that. Avenged Sevenfold tried that last year. It sucked. Don't do that.
Don't do it.
Unless you establish being, it's like streaming. Unless you establish being a variety streamer, people are not gonna like when you put down what you're used to streaming and be like, and now suddenly it's Minecraft and Pokemon, and be like, fuck you! You don't do that. You play Overwatch. Play Overwatch, fucko.
It's Power World now.
Oh, okay. You got DMCA'd. That's why can't do Pokemon. Nintendo's mad. Power World.
But yeah, no, fucking Marti won.
Yes, via, I don't know. Can you call that nefarious means? Because, like, Allison just, like, grabbed her ass from outside. Was that helping?
I mean, it confused the enemy.
But she didn't see it.
But she felt
Only
it.
we saw it, though. And I'm just like...
She felt
so
it.
Does the old, like... Does the touch the booty really add that much, like, power to the roll-up?
She found her weakness. made her weak in the knees that she couldn't kick out.
That's what it was. Marti got weak in the knees, so then she kind of like sandbagged on top of her, so she couldn't get out.
Exactly.
Oh,
it worked.
So Allison is the dom in the relationship.
Exactly.
Oh, okay. Thank you for explaining this.
No, after the weekend, you're welcome. But now a good segment, kind of. Zaya Brookside being.
I am so mad at liking this segment. So mad.
Yes. Possibly the best segment of the night.
Why is Zaya just like perfect as the plucky, adorable, like buddy for like a relationship thing?
That she needed something. This was it. It wasn't her wrestling.
I know. It's like the last two fucking. Even after their match when she was emoting on the ramp to what PCO and STL were doing, yeah. I'm just like, I remember stopping and going, "That's actually cute." Like, I'm like, she actually knows how to sell the situation. She just doesn't know how to sell in a match. Like, the girl needs to just start acting and stop wrestling.
But yeah, she's talking to Stepdelander. Like, so do you have an answer? It's like, I don't know. I said I would give him
need one more day.
I said I would give him a week, but now I'm gonna give him one more day. 8 days.
It's such like a high school kind of response too, and you know, Steph is what, like 30? So it's just goofy, but it's like so goofy it works because it's PCO. It's just like, you couldn't figure it out in a week, but one more day, you'll get the clarity you need, right? That's what it is, that extra day. It's like, all right, fine.
It's like wait 3 days. That's a rule.
Well, yeah, you don't want to seem desperate now. Come on.
But speaking of desperate, AJ versus the Rich Swann go in, blocking them. They're like, oh, well, why did Frankenstein when you did a guy who has a jumper title in first class?
and takes the Black Rose.
And fucking Reagan, I mean PCO, sees this.
Damn right. He goes full Young Frankenstein. Again, I really think this is supposed to be some kind of like Young Frankenstein homage.
It is.
Because he didn't actually even really care about beating them up. He just wanted to get the rose back.
Yeah.
It was so quirky, but it was cute, and it's like,
what are you doing?
It's like, we're not supposed to have cute in our wrestling. What the fuck is wrong with you people?
No, it's fuck you and your fun.
Exactly. It's just like, this is endearing and borderline wholesome, just in the most ass backwards Frankenstein way.
Yes. But AJ Francis and Rich Swann, they come out, they're talking to Gia, talk about winning the Digital Media Championship. Real bros help each other out. Say, so what's with the rose? Like, well, you know, after I became the DM champion, people slide in my DMs.
That's such a bad line.
Yes.
He thought that was a bar, but that was garbage.
Yep. So I got one of them honeys, if you will, backstage with this rose. And then the lights go out because TNA didn't pay the electric bill.
Yep.
And then you hear Zombie Reagan like,
Zombie Reagan smash.
Yes.
Okay.
That's what happened. It's like,
yep. That's always what happens.
And fucking Rich Swann got carried like a 7-year-old by a security guard.
And then one of the security guards stepped on the rose like an idiot. So now it's a broken rose, but you know, PCO tried to put it back together and look all cute.
Yeah, are they gonna have a buy-in match for the pre-show?
Okay, what's your idea?
No, they're gonna have the match for the championship. Either Stepdelander is gonna go with AJ, or she's gonna give PCO the answer after he loses. Like, I lost the belt, but I got the girl.
Maybe. I don't hate that.
I don't see it being on the main show.
I don't even know if it's gonna be on Against All Odds. like Twitter just randomly announce it or something like that while we've been live? Because I don't even think it's supposed to be on the show at the moment unless they just announce something after what happened with the Rose.
Yeah, like I don't think they announced a pre-show yet.
Okay, I
To
mean,
my knowledge. I don't.
No, I just looked it up real fast, and they did. I just wanted to make sure we weren't talking out of our ass, and they'd like announce something on Twitter when we weren't like looking at it.
Never.
I don't know. It would be interesting if SDL continues to be a cunt, because that's kind of what she's known for, and her rejecting him is what costs PCO the match. But then like Zaya does like the anime best friend thing and like kind of runs to his side to like try to console him because she thinks that was mean. And then it's PCO and Zaya against like AJ Francis and SDL or some shit like that.
But
I think that would work. I think that would be a good use of Zaya as well.
Yeah. I don't know, because we got, 7 matches? No, we got 8 matches now, thanks to it was coming up in a bit. But before that, we got another match. We got another kind of squash match.
Kind of squash match?
Dani and Luna, Tasha Steelz. The Timu's Mercedes Moan.
I mean, not completely incorrect.
I was like, when did Lars Fredrickson become like this manager expert of the wrestling business? Like, go to your bed. Go back to your bed.
Whoa. You do not disrespect Lars Fredrickson like that. Come on.
I do. I will. I fucking will.
You do not. Come on. You like Rancid. At least one song.
What, the Ruby Soho song?
Okay. Yes, their cover of Ruby Soho. Fucking Time Bomb.
Okay, Time Bomb's good.
There we go.
He gets one.
As I said, you like at least one. I mean, that's what most people know. I'm not gonna go into any obscurities because I'm not a huge pop punk fan either. But
it's like you meet J.D. Salinger. Like, oh, I'm a big fan. Let me guess, Catcher in the Rye. It's like and other things.
you did another book?
No, because that was one of the jokes in BoJack for season 2.
Yes, I do.
J.D. Salinger, like, let me guess, Catcher in the Rye. Other things.
Other things. Yeah.
It's like, and he finally quotes stuff. They're like, well, that's my other book. If you actually fucking read it. Out of here.
Yeah.
But Dani Luna won because what the fuck does Tasha do it?
I mean, sadly, it was one of the better Tasha matches in her career. It wasn't a bad match. You know what I mean?
Right, but it's just like, what's the purpose of this match?
To help cement teamwork. Even though they did nothing as a team.
No, they were just cheering on.
Correct.
Let's do teamwork in a singles match.
Let's do teamwork when the other person doesn't have a team as well. So, yeah. So the setup was stupid, but the match was solid. You can't tell me the match was bad.
I mean, it was better than out of the other knockouts matches. This was probably the better one.
The worst part about that match with Tasha and Dani was whatever the fuck that car crash spot was, where they were both going for shotgun drop kicks, and it just looked like the dumbest, sloppiest, most over-coordinated thing, because I think Tasha stutter stepped at one point during the rope run exchange. So you knew we were setting up for a dumb thing when she had to rechange her timing in mid stride. And I'm like, that's just stupid.
But let's see, maybe the other Spitfire, Jody Fred, will get a singles match to help out with teamwork.
Oh, let's hope not. Let's not say she did.
Let's get an actual fucking tag match.
I mean, sure, maybe.
But we go to the back.
To the back.
Yes, we got Joe Hendry in a backstage interview. Talk about how he got his ass kicked. He tends to break through the glass ceiling, instead of being this comedy character, digital media champion only. He's going to go for the big gold.
Mm-hmm.
And he needs to find someone to help him be the best in the world. And who other than CM Punk's lapdog? I mean, Ace Steel.
You said it right.
He gonna bite people for him.
I mean,
especially backstage. Like, quick, get him. He's talking. Quick, Kazarian's talking to your wife.
Quick, get this on tape so you can talk about it later and prove you're right. What?
But yeah, Ace Steel of all people is gonna help Henry be this best in the world. And Kazarian's like, oh, no. Don't get this. Put him back in his doggy cage.
I mean, it's a cheap enough connection to maybe hint at a CM Punk thing.
CM Punk appearance in Chicago?
Yes. Or with the TNA, WWE, whatever you want to call this, exchange of talent, relationship, working agreement.
Look, if you want to exchange talent, get AJ Styles back.
They might. You never know. I could see him showing up for Bound for Glory.
Win the TNA title one more time. As a way to retire.
That would be okay. So that would be a full 180 kind of moment for TNA, because everybody used to talk shit about TNA putting the title on the random WWE rejects that they signed. Yeah. And ignoring the homegrown TNA talent just to put the title on an original TNA talent, but he's a WWE reject.
I mean,
there's an irony there. You know what I mean?
Look, sometimes it calls for it. Just not Rhino or RVD or.
No, Ken Shamrock's coming back to win the title.
No, I thought Ken Shamrock was going to win it at one point if he stuck around a little longer.
Oh, in his last comeback around pandemic time?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised he didn't, honestly. I kind of felt like, I'm like, oh my God, are they actually going to put it on him just because he's jacked grandpa? Holy shit.
Is he going to win that fake TNA belt, or is he going to win the tag belts with Sammy for 3 weeks?
Yeah, I thought it was going to be one or the other myself.
But they did. I was like, oh, well, okay, I guess he's gone. It's like, damn,
too terrible.
I know. I was a fan of it. Damn, he looks good. He's not doing the worst shit.
He actually did some of his better shit because, he was kind of stiff and not great in the beginning.
Yeah.
So I'm like, meh. I mean, when everybody knows him just as the guy that got the really fucking hard chair shot from The Rock and not for a match, that's saying something. You know what I mean?
Right, but no. I was like, oh, good. I can't wait to see more of him. I was like, well, he's done.
He's gone.
He's gone. Like, oh, well, never mind. Thanks for coming.
It was kind of like that brief fleeting moment we thought Suzuki was actually going to finish the Triple Crown and get the title off of Okada. And they were just
they had two events where they could have done it, and they didn't do it on either of them.
They should have done it at that fucking Royal Clash or whatever the fuck they called it when it was in England.
UK one?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, I thought that would have been the perfect time. It was just for drop at the next events.
Yeah, agreed. That should have been Suzuki getting the honor before the honor became watered down 2 years later when fucking Satoshi Kojima and fucking
Nagata.
Muda and wait, Nagata?
Yeah.
Did he get it?
Yeah, he beat when he got the Triple Crown. That was the last one.
Shit, when did he get the Triple Crown?
Last year when he beat
see, I overlooked that one. Okay, yeah.
No, he beat him for it.
So that's even more fucking just.
See, Muda made sense, kinda, but
Muda's the only one that makes sense of the ones that I mentioned.
Yeah,
and the one you mentioned.
Yeah, not Nagata, not Kojima. So, okay, is Tenzon next? Let's get Tenzon. Let's get him the GHC.
This for who knows. It's
or,
wait,
you know what?
Fujita has to go to All Japan. That's what it is.
Fujita has to go to All Japan. Jake and go to win the IWGP.
Yep. They're both gonna have to join New Japan and just mug whoever the champion is and win somehow.
I mean, they can get it from Moxley. It's fine. Just give him a hot dog. He'll go.
That's a fair point.
Yeah.
Or just point it to Yano and be like, if you don't lose to us, he's next.
He's next. Now we're going to get to the thing that everyone is talking about. The Hardy compound returns.
Give your opinion first.
Oh my. Matt Hardy talked kind of brokenish. I felt like some of his lines felt lazy.
Yeah, it was like when he came back. They didn't quite ring with that same conviction. Yep.
And they let's all split up gang and look for clues in the Scooby-Doo house.
More or less, that's exactly what this was.
So first was Brian Myers. He found an action figure. They started getting trippy. Then he finds another one. He's like, oh, it's an upgrade. Okay, I'm going to keep this one. This is my ward relic. Ward off the spirits of the Hardy compound, basically.
Did you happen to notice what the action figures were? Because I am not of the action figure subculture,
I could not tell the first two.
Okay.
It was like so dark I couldn't see shit.
That's I even fucking zoomed in and like went full screen and tried to look.
Yeah, the only one I saw was the Mattel Hardy on the weight machine.
Oh, well, yeah, but that was also obvious with the way he had his arms out doing the whole Matt Hardy thing. So I was curious who the upgrade was. I wonder if that was like
I don't know. It was
jab.
Another Matt Hardy figure.
If it was like the original one, and then it was like version 1. So version 1 was it? Oh, maybe. It's an upgrade.
I know. I'm going to have to look it up, and then we see the skeletons, and one sang the Henry song. "You always be Edge's bitch."
And it had a blonde wig on.
Yeah, and then he looks at the ground, and it's when he had that 300 match losing streak.
Yeah, that Kurt Hawkins gear and
the cane.
Hannafin hitting that. I don't know if he re-recorded it just for that, or if they actually snipped it off of, WWE.
No,
if he was the one that said it.
I think it was Tom doing the voiceover.
That's kind of what I think it was, because I'm like, wait, no, Tom Phillips was in WWE at that time, so I wonder. I was curious. I'm like, I wonder if that was actually him that said the line. That would be funny.
Yeah. And he gets speared by the skeleton, Edge's skeleton.
But that was also after Maxwell appeared, too.
Yes, and then, because he saw another action figure in the ring. He bent over. I made the skeleton go alive. Like, what the fuck?
He wants that butt.
Speared.
Skeleton wants that butt.
Yep.
This has been a very butt-oriented episode of TNA Impact.
And then the song by the get you always be Edge's bitch.
True. And the skeleton hit a spear better than Edge does, so fucking A.
Yeah, and then Maxwell did the Hardy leg drop off the ladder. And
Which
he
was
knocked
pretty
out.
Nice. That was great. Come on.
It was.
Hey. The next one was when it started getting weird.
Yeah, Eddie Edwards was talking to Wolfgang. Say, are you an American Wolf? Like, oh no, I don't do that anymore.
Well, it was cute because it was like he howled at him. So American Wolf, Wolfgang, and it brought up the American Wolf thing, and then he goes full fucking Michael J. Fox, and there's a full moon and turns into a werewolf.
It was the Michael Jackson Thriller.
And I'm just like. That's where it started, like, really kind of like, okay, I don't know if I like this.
And we never saw him again.
I mean, we heard him. He howled.
I know, like, did he run in the woods out of the corner of the eye? He spotted him, Shia LaBeouf.
Yes, how'd you know?
He was following him about 30 feet back.
Yes.
He walks on all fours and runs into a sprint. He's gaining on him, Shia LaBeouf.
And then you just see like Wolfgang or Maxwell's randomly watching TV, and he's just like, "Hey, do you want to watch Transformers 2 with me?" And he just howls, and he's like, "Shia LaBeouf!" And then they sit down and watch Transformers 2.
Oh man! I also love that. Before that, though, they saw Jeff Hardy's payday. Oh, who does that? I believe it's No.
Don't say that.
Don't encourage him.
Yes, we don't talk about that.
Yeah, because he's apparently coming back on the weekend.
Most likely, yeah.
Yeah, so we might see him tomorrow.
We might see Brother Nero, yes.
And he'll also fuck up.
I mean, when doesn't he? That's just kind of the
Jeff Hardy special. How high is he gonna be?
Yes.
All right.
It's
good answer.
It's a Jeff Hardy answer. Come on.
Yes. And now the next one, Alicia goes inside. She sees Queen Rebecca and Gothic Baby.
Yes, the Gothic Baby.
And she just wants to leave, and Becca's like, oh, she stared at me. I'm gonna have to kill her. I'm gonna have to kill this bitch.
It's true. It's true. I think that was the biggest role Rebby's played in one of these, though.
Yeah, she finally talked to her just singing.
Or playing piano.
Exactly.
Which was that fucking Eddie Edwards' old fucking theme song that she was playing when Alicia walked in?
I don't know.
Because I was thrown off because I'm sitting there going, I know what this fucking song is. I don't know it off. Like, I know it, but I don't know it. You know, it was one of those things I'm like, where the fuck is the song?
Yeah, and then Rebber's response first. Gothic Baby shoots black pieces of paper, like a facial shot.
Yeah, she's a confetti explosion. It's fine.
Yeah, and that made her pass out to the point where Rebby tied her up to a guillotine.
You have watched anime. You know this shit happens.
I know it happens.
Gothic Baby said explosion, and then it was just, fucking confetti.
So Gothic Baby is Megumin.
Yes.
Okay.
It all makes sense.
Well, Megumin. Oh yeah, it does make sense. And then fucking Rebby decapitates her.
Yeah, it said let them have cake, and then fucking guillotines Alicia.
So she's been caked. It was a cake the whole time.
Damn right. Damn right. That's a Portal reference for those of you watching.
And then Moose looks in the old Hardy house at the past memories. And my heart is behind him. He doesn't punch him, but he makes it look like he hits him, but he doesn't hit him.
He slams his head into the wall.
No, but he had a forearm. He didn't touch him.
That's what slammed momentum. Come on.
Yeah, and then
it was a jump scare into a wall, and then the chair of wheels.
Yeah, and then he hits the chair of wheels. Moose is knocked out, goes into the chair, and he wheels him into the lake of reincarnation. And out comes Moose as the football player.
Okay, but Hardy's line was the best because he didn't even say when you played with Tom Brady, when you were on like the Dynasty Patriots or anything like that. He said, I brought you back to your perfect form, your most powerful, number 69, yes! And it's just like, and he stopped it there. And it's like, well, fuck, you win. He's number 69, so shit. That funny sex number wins,
Yes, I want to fight you at your best, so he wants to fight him in 69 style.
Damn right. So Moose is going to put him in a pile driver at some point. And then Matt Hardy is just going to go, Bill Belichick, yes!
Motorboat in the balls, yeah.
Now you understand.
I do.
Yes,
and then Moose goes out of the football position like he's about to fucking tackle him. And then Vanguard 1 stops him.
He reappears. It was great.
Yes. Yo, Tyler, welcome to the channel. How you doing? And all of a sudden, they wake up.
It was all a dream.
It was all a dream. We're like, you motherfuckers.
I mean, they weren't really going to kill off Alicia.
I mean, they could. They killed off a lot of people.
Okay, Eddie Edwards isn't really a werewolf.
Hey, but you don't know that.
Davey Richards told me.
No, well, Dave Richards quit after that because he quit and came back like 10 times after that.
But you see, we have an understanding.
He's like, this ain't over.
And that you see that's what it was. They just couldn't get Davey to come back for any kind of American Wolves reference. So like they had to go with like American Werewolf in London type shit.
Singing further.
Yes, but I don't know. It was funny. It was funny in a hokey, not serious, campy, Gintama way.
I feel like half the time it was like they picked the wrong people.
feel like
except for Myers and I guess Moose.
I think it felt weird only because the kids were used so often, and the
Like
kids
talking.
obviously are not actors because they're children.
It's like, come with me.
Yeah.
Imagine that main roster versus TNA incoming as W fan. I love any pro wrestling. Yes, any pro wrestling, but they're not gonna do main roster, unfortunately.
They might bring over one
that could take a pin.
More or less, yeah. And I liked where you went with AJ Styles. It's like I think Styles, after he probably doesn't beat Cody in this coming situation.
Match, yeah.
Yeah. Or that could also be the thing. I quit turns into like a loser leaves town type situation. And then him and the Good Brothers go to fucking TNA.
And they can keep Good Brothers. Good Brothers can stay off my TV forever.
Will you leave the Good Brothers alone?
No!
Botchamania was glorious.
Yes, but stay there. Stay with Talking Shop Mania.
I know. I called it Botchamania on purpose.
Yes.
Because that's kind of what it felt like.
Yes.
But
I'm just here to get motherfucking paid.
Damn right. Uncle Alan, he said you'd protect us. Talking Shop Mania was fantastic.
Yeah, just keep that. I just don't want him anywhere else. But
see what this gives us the perfect crossover. We could get the Hardy Compound and Talking Shop Mania. Yeah. We can get like Talking Shop Deletion or something like that.
There we go. There you go. That's money. That's what I want to hear.
So that's what it's gonna be. And they can get reincarnated as all these different characters. Fucking Ethan Page could show up as Karate Man because maybe he didn't really die.
No one's ever truly gone.
Damn right.
But moving on, we got another squash match.
This was a legitimate fucking squash jobber match, though. So
Ash by Elegance beating Jada Stone.
Yep.
And she beats her with the rarefied air to get that victory. While Rosemary is watching from the stands because, Ash took out her girlfriend, Havoc.
Oh, I thought you were going to say because Killer Kelly is busy, so somebody else had to be voyeuristic.
Well, that too, but...
Okay, just checking.
But also payback for Havoc. You beat my girl. You beat my girl. I was going to do that.
Sexually?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
With the chair.
Still sexually.
It is.
Okay. I guess no one said a safe word. It's fine.
Impact play to the max.
Yes. Impact play on Impact.
Exactly. There we go. That's how they stay. That's how they stay relevant. Damn it.
It just turns into an entire BDSM match now.
Yeah. Now we go to the back or to the Cthulhu lair of Jonathan Gresham.
Yeah.
And he says Callahan makes him laugh. He's a funny guy. He doesn't understand why there's a rematch, even though he beat him. But he accepts. But tomorrow, he's not fighting Callahan. He's fighting his immune system. And then you hear him laughing, and you get a close-up of his grills and his mouth.
I think it was a slightly bad idea to have him talk in octopus mode.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because that takes some of the allure away.
It does. Unless he had how they were doing those video segments, like that different voice. It was that, sure, but it was just himself. No.
Yeah, he should have cut the promo as Jonathan Gresham, and then maybe had some kind of effect where the octopus took over with some kind of like screen like flicker, or the octopus was talking in a mirror or some shit like that.
Exactly. But beggars can't be choosers.
Sadly. It's never good to have mystical kind of gimmicks talk or humanize themselves too often, because then you kill the gimmick. There's reasons why Taker didn't really talk, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Fuck did he say for like a decade? But fuck did he really say for a decade? It was rest in peace. As bitch really said.
Yeah. And then Kane, we wish he talked never.
When he used the fucking voice box because he was supposed to be burned.
I liked when he was a crippled baby that was burned with no voice.
Yes. And then they turn him into just a dude.
Yeah, and then he starts talking now. It's like, I don't talk anymore. Stop it.
Yeah, this kind of goes back to our conversation, last week or 2 weeks ago about if Starlight Kid should take the mask off. It's just like, that just makes her another pretty girl in Stardom. Yeah. Like, the mask gives her something that makes her unique. We don't need another pretty girl.
We do not. But anyway, Jordynne Grace is next. She's talking about her match at NXT Battleground, where she lost against Roxanne Perez, all because of a distraction from Ash by Elegance and whoever Roxanne was going against.
Tatum Paxley.
Yes.
You're welcome.
But,
journalisms.
Yeah, journalism. Like, whatever the fuck her name is.
Bitch with the face. Bitch with the face. Yes.
But she is issuing the open challenge, even though the open challenge got announced a month ago. And she says, I don't care if it's from TNA, WWE, MLW, Stardom, Marigold.
I think she brought up AAA.
Yeah.
Well, AAA, she said it the white people way.
Yeah.
But she left out one. And it's hilarious.
She left out AEW.
Because their women's division is trash. And even Jordan knows that.
Yeah, it was like, no, thank you. I'm like, what the fuck? But, like I said, it might be Ash, it might be Natalya, it might be someone that we don't fucking know of.
I mean, I feel like it should be Tatum Paxley.
It could be.
Because she did grab the belt first. And they want to blame her for being the reason why she lost, kind of thing. I think that's a logical jump. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think Ricochet done with WWE. Yeah, he's done.
Mm-hmm.
No one cares.
I mean, but if he's gonna go to AEW or TNA, like, he'd make a bigger splash for himself in TNA. AEW, he'd just be another dude and get to have a fucking
he'll
dream match with Ospreay.
No, he'll get that. He'll get the Ospreay match at Wembley and then not used again.
Yeah, or he'll just turn into the other 9,000, 180-pound flippy dude.
No, he'll be in the learning tree.
Ugh. So it all depends on what Ricochet wants to do.
I still think he should just freelance.
I think you should go back to Japan.
Go back to Dragon Gate?
Or freelance in Japan. Just get out of the American system. Because he's made decent money in WWE, you know what I mean? So
yeah.
If it's not for money, that's why he's not re-signing. So if he wants to just put on good wrestling matches again while he's still young enough to do most of his arsenal.
Learn a new hold, reinvent yourself. Or hopefully reinvent yourself.
I mean, what's he going to reinvent? He's just going to go back to his old Prince Puma fucking, 720 splash kind of shit.
I don't know, like something, a little bit of a gimmick, something.
It's Ricochet. Even when they put a mask on him in Lucha Underground, he still did Ricochet things.
Yeah,
that's at least EO reinvents herself. Pentagon reinvents himself if he's dark or fucking Cero Miedo.
Penta was fucking stupid. He does his costume change color. And
his offense changes a little bit. Phoenix changed his offense a little bit.
Yes. So just trade Penta with Ricochet. There you go. Their contracts are coming up. So they won't tell the difference.
Wow, you just called WWE racist.
No, not like that. Not with Rick. I'm talking about with talent and their position in the company.
When was the last time that Pentagon did a 720 fucking senton off the top rope?
Well, have you seen the Underground against Chelsea Green?
Oh, yes, that's right. I forgot when he did a quadruple springboard 720 with a twist, half gainer triple sow cow, and then he splashed it, and it was only a falsie. It was a false finish. She kicked out anyway. He needed to hit the penta driver. That's how that one worked. Fucking stupid shit.
Also, someone mentioned, if Chelsea Green did this at Raw, everyone would be put on notice. Like, doing what? Getting hurt again? She's fine as this comedian character, this Karen. If she did Lucha Underground shit, no one would care.
Well, yeah, that's simple. Honestly, she's better with a gimmick because of the fact that she's injury prone. If she wasn't so injury prone, then I'd want her to be a little more active.
Right, but with how she is now, this is the best that she can get.
It's just as good as she was when she was Laurel Van Ness. Laurel Van Ness in Impact was mostly a comedy character. She didn't actually get serious until like after the fucking wedding broke, like between her and Braxton Sutter fucking went to shit and Braxton left her for Allie kind of thing.
Hell, this was better than her first run when it was like, hey, we fired your boyfriend, but can we use your pool for promos?
Yeah, that's funny, honestly.
Yes, can we use the pool just to swim?
Hey, that's business though. It's business.
Yeah. But moving on, we got our main events. The Nemeths taking on ABC.
Yup.
And it's the first time the Nemeths teamed up together. They hammered that in a lot.
Are you sure? How many times have they teamed together before?
This is the first time ever.
Even though they're brothers?
Yes.
No way.
This never happened before. Brothers never teamed up ever.
You think they'll have a sibling connection anyway, though? Because, that makes a difference?
No, it's going to be the new Bret Hart, Owen Hart. You'll see.
Oh, okay. They've never teamed up. Not once in their life.
Yeah, no brothers. No brother has done this. Not the Steiners. Not the Hardys.
No.
No, it's the Nemeths.
Yep.
But no, this was a good match.
Mm-hmm.
I enjoyed the match.
It was a little funny, though, that Nic was the workhorse bump guy.
Yeah.
I funny from the fact that he's the older sibling, and they made him the Ricky Morton of the team, which I'm just like, that's funny. Like, we know that Nic bumps well, and he sells well, so, I'm not surprised at that. I'm just like, wow, the fucking 8 minutes of isolation was all just Nic getting his ass fucking kicked from pillar to post.
Yeah. But no, this is our first time seeing Ryan in a non-squash match.
True.
And you know what?
He was alright.
No, he wasn't bad. I was surprised. I was surprised. Like, okay, well, he's actually not bad. Shame he was used as a squash guy or getting kicked out of the Collision locker rooms for being a buck friend.
I do like their finish.
Yeah.
Where it's basically the inverted danger zone in the danger zone because it's a jumping flatliner into the danger zone.
Right.
I wonder if they're going to give it a Top Gun name. Because, the whole I was inverted thing is a Top Gun reference and a flatliner's an inverted danger zone. Call it Highway to the Danger Zone.
No, it's called volleyball.
Volleyball with Iceman.
Exactly.
Make it really kind of convoluted of a name. Volleyball with Iceman. What the fuck kind of finish name is that?
It has to be slow motion with this homoerotic music montage in the background. Well,
that's their celebration. That's how it goes.
It's a group hug in the shower tonight.
Yes. Now you figured it out.
Yeah, but nah, they did it to Bebe.
Chris Bebe.
The Nemeth boys win, get that momentum. Stood tall. There was no afterbirth because they're lost in the compound, teleported around forever.
Yep. Scooby-Doo back to the front gate.
But before we leave, we are going to preview Against All Odds, which is tomorrow.
Yup.
So let's run down the card and discuss who's going to win. Are you ready?
As ready as I'm going to be.
All right. Tag team match. Eric Young and Josh Alexander against ABC.
Shrug. I mean, they're not going to have Josh lose.
Yeah, it's going to be Team Eric with, I think, the implosion of ABC.
Probably. It's just like, remember, Josh is the new Scott Hall. I can't wait to kick out of your finish, kid. So like,
yes,
he'll take the 1-2 sweet and kick out of it, or roll outside. He'll powder, and then he'll be like, "Oh my God, he's so resilient." No, he's not. He's a fucking dick.
He's never done. No one's done this before.
They'll have to pull out a gun, shoot him, and he'll just powder. It's like, how the fuck do you powder from a gunshot?
But next match, Gresham and Callahan.
It's too early to have that octopus character lose, right?
Yeah, it has to be Gresham again.
I guess they could gimmick something where it's like a disqualification.
Or the only way Sammy would win is if he basically made Gresham choke on his own ink.
That would be funny if he's trying to like hawk it up and
like he like spit out, just like slaps his chin and head together. Like no,
swallow what?
and I'll make him choke and just do the pile driver 1, 2, 3. That's the only way I can see him winning.
Yeah, which I don't want to see.
No, it's gonna have to be Gresham.
They've already ruined the octopus a little bit by having it talk. So let's try not to completely kill the new gimmick. It's been a month. Yeah. Let's give it some legs.
Yes. Tag team match. Santana and Macklin against the Rascals. Do we see the Rascals win?
I kind of do.
Like, do you see Macklin turn on Santana to go back to the Rascals? It was all a ploy. It was all a rouge.
Maybe. I'm not sure. Because, see, here's the way I look at it. I wouldn't want to see a situation where the ABC loses to a throw-together team and then the Rascals lose to a throw-together team.
Right.
That would just invalidate... Yeah, it would invalidate tag matches or tag teams completely. So,
yeah, I think Rascals would have to win in that regard.
Especially, I don't know where you're going to land, but if the Nemeths win and they're still kind of a throw together team because it'd be only their second match together. Blah, 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 blah.
I cannot see them winning.
But you know what I mean, though. Like if they were to win and then Josh and Eric were to win, you can't have all these random fucking first time, second time, whatever teams beat your established tag teams.
Yeah, that's a Vince thing.
Correct, because he hates tag team wrestling.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
They don't draw, pal.
So maybe the Rascals win because fucking
there's communication. They can't get along.
Or fuck, what's it? Myron Reed. Maybe Myron Reed makes his rare appearance because he's supposed to be teamed with them. He just shows up when he wants to show up.
Or to take the fall, yeah.
Yeah. I don't really want to see Macklin and Santana have infighting because that's too easy.
Right.
Because they already said they're going to fight each other afterwards.
Right.
So you don't need heat there.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. Again, we need legit tag teams to actually win for a change.
Yes. Go. It's a glorious concept to have tag teams win a tag team fucking match.
Yep. The newly added match: Joe Hendry and Kazarian.
Hendry.
Yeah. Yep.
He's gonna kill the king. He's gonna go for the Megadeth reference and kill the fucking king.
With Ace Steel biting Frankie's calf.
Stop it.
Get a tetanus shot after.
See, now the only thing is, over under, does Hendry come out with a joke song about Kazarian or no?
I kind of want to say yes.
Because that would be good. If he comes up with a Kazarian song and it doesn't suck, like I think that would make it.
Yeah.
Nice.
Jordynne Grace's Knockouts Open Challenge.
She wins, lol.
Yeah, she wins, and Natalia, or that person you mentioned.
Tatum Paxley.
Yeah,
I like how you just refuse to acknowledge she exists.
Yes. Like whoever NXT level up person is.
Wow.
World Tag Team Championship system against the Nemeth boys.
I think the Nemeths have to win this, sadly.
Really?
Like, I want the system to stay strong, but do you think Nic can really take another high-profile loss?
I think Ryan could eat the pin.
He could eat the pin, but it would still be a loss for Nic. And Nic's already lost clean enough to Moose. Now he'd be losing a tag match.
Yeah, but I don't know. I think
Like,
I feel like the system will lose the belt at Slammiversary.
I feel like it's a good time for a rematch, and maybe they get the belt back at that Slammiversary.
Yeah.
And maybe they could play that game where the system loses the tags here, get it back at Slammiversary, but then Moose loses the belt at Slammiversary to say Joe Hendry.
Yeah.
So they never have complete control of all the gold again, but they kind of juggle the different belts.
Maybe. It depends, yeah, but my gut is saying system, and you said the Nemeth.
Yeah, only because I can't really see a world where it makes sense for Nic to lose two of his bigger matches. You know what I mean?
All right. Next one, Ali against Trent Seven. Ali. It's saving for Mike Bailey's anniversary, I think, because they hinted that Ali helped Seven win. He's afraid of Bailey, so I think that's going to happen.
Either Bailey or Ricochet.
I feel like it'll be Bailey.
Because Ricochet would probably free up around Bound for Glory. So depending on how long you want to drag out this Ali thing.
I say he holds it till the presidential election's over. Which
Bound for Glory is usually like October, November-ish, and that's when the vote is. So we could get
will happen.
We could get that.
Make it that ironic. But main events moves to Matt Hardy for the world title. Broken rules.
I don't even want to know if that's different than hardcore rules. I'm ever since the fucking no surrender rules, I don't want to know what their dumb fucking rules are for these matches anymore.
It's just a no DQ, lazy booking.
I'm just I don't need to know. Because when they're like, let's do something clever, like no surrender.
Or
so no surrender. So no surrender, but someone surrenders.
It's a
no. It's the name is no surrender, but the way to win is to surrender. Fuck you.
But I see Moose retaining.
I mean, I do too, just because Hardy's phoned it in too much in some of these promos.
Yeah, and we will see Jeff Hardy back because his contract expires tomorrow, I think.
What time tomorrow? Because the show is tomorrow.
Maybe in a half hour.
Oh, maybe on the stroke of midnight for tomorrow and not on the stroke of midnight the day after tomorrow?
I mean, if Tony is that petty, he probably would.
Shit.
He'll be like, no, don't. I need him for a rampage. I need him to job on a rampage real quick.
Or maybe that's it is, like, they just play the Jeff Hardy music. Like the fucking old Immortal fucking music. That darkness to the top thing that he did.
Another me, or no, or they'll do his obsolete song.
Maybe if they want to bring him in with attached to Hardy and not feuding with Hardy.
We'll see. But anyway, we're gonna look forward to this tomorrow. We are going to wrap up here. We will be back tomorrow with Against All Odds after the SmackDown Rewind. Follow me on Twitter at DamienPhoenix12. Follow him at IWC War Chief. Follow his work at Chairshot Media. He's on Chairshot Radio as well. Always use your head. Fair shots. And follow Dirshy Radio at Dirshy Radio, whether it is the YouTube, the Twix, the Facebook. You want it there, we got it there. Follow my anime podcast, Otaku Cafe. Follow that at Otaku Cafe Anime on the Twix. And on the Twix. And until then, we will see you tomorrow night. Thank you. Fuck you. Good night, everyone.